death! Give them hell!
Good morning, ladies and gents. So, some very big, exciting news has been bounded about all day today in the Conquerors Blade community, and I'm going to be trying to round all of that up about Season 8, putting it all into this video, everything we have got at this point, and I'm going to be telling you why I believe we are going to be getting the Tang Dynasty for Season 8. Season 7 is very quickly fast approaching the end. We are now literally days away from the end of Season 7. They have just released all of the season rewards, including the triumphs, into the game today. Make sure you go and spend those triumphs. You only have about a week or so to actually do that before you lose them. Make sure you are collecting the rewards that you can with them and everything else that goes along with all of the seasonal rewards as well. Season 7 has seen a massive explosion of players coming into the game, which is a really good thing to see, that the player base has grown, and with that I feel actually personally the excitement for Season 8 has by far been the biggest amount of excitement and kind of people guessing stuff and all the rest of it for all of the seasons like so far. Today has been really good fun with a bit of a snippet released by the official My Games team for Conquerors Blade earlier on, which I'm going to show you in just a second. We have all kind of gathered and gone through it and digressed, dissected it, and kind of I've gone personally into the source code and have found some very exciting stuff, and a fellow content creator has actually, we have both together kind of come up with what we think is going to be the reasons why, and in this video I am going to be going into all of that. Now, looking over Reddit as well, literally what we were thinking is all plastered over Reddit as well, which is a good sign that we are on the right track. Firstly though, I did make a video earlier in the week about leaks from Season 8, and all those leaks are looking to be quite true, which is a very good sign. We are going to be getting a Chinese kind of culture for this season. Now, the Tang Dynasty, there is a couple of kind of points which are all leading us to the Tang Dynasty. The first one, and probably the biggest one, is on their official kind of bit of news that they released earlier. The only words and numbers that were on there were 289 years. So I originally started actually looking back 289 years ago in, what was it, 1732 or whatever it was, to try and figure out actually, well, did something happen 289 years ago. I came across a couple of things which I thought it may possibly be, but it was a real big stretch, to be honest. But as soon as my fellow content creator, who does wish to remain nameless, actually told me about the Tang Dynasty and the fact that they lasted 289 years, everything kind of fell into place very quickly from that point onwards. The Tang Dynasty I have been reading up on today, and it lasted literally 289 years. Now, they did throw a bit of a curveball, because in some places it actually says 278, but the actual time the Tang Dynasty was around was 289 years. They, looking back at one of the earlier leaked photos of monks as well, Buddhism is, during the Tang Dynasty is when Buddhism really became embedded into Chinese culture, the Chinese lifestyle, and monasteries opened themselves up and become a lot more involved in daily life, and Buddhist monks were very proactive in their communities and everything, and this all happened under the Tang Dynasty, which obviously leads into the point of the 3-star monk unit leak photo we had earlier in the week. That is really pointing towards it. Now, not really being able to figure out the tier 4 unit that is possibly going to be coming, or tier 4 units should I say, that should be coming, but the Tang Dynasty was very well renowned and very well known for things like palace guards, imperial guards, cavalry bow riders, that kind of stuff. So actually the amount of different units and stuff that they have to play with for the Tang Dynasty is actually quite big, and we could be getting some very good units coming into the game. The tier 5 unit which we are likely going to be getting is these guys, which I am flashing up on the screen for you right now. This is a battalion which was created during the Tang Dynasty, and this was the Shenji 5000 battalion, and it was the pinnacle of the Daming firearms military technology at the time, which means that during the Tang Dynasty they actually did come across and invent gunpowder in a very basic form, but they actually formed a battalion of soldiers using gunpowder weapons, which is why we're thinking, and to be honest it kind of does look very top end anyway, this is going to be a tier 5 musket unit which is going to be coming into the game. They were renowned to be legendary in status anyway, and that would obviously tie into a tier 5 kind of unit in the game. So a couple of different things have already kind of started pointing us towards the Tang Dynasty. Now, one thing I want to show you, and I don't think many people have seen this, is the new ranked battle skin coming into the game. So this ranked battle skin is very unique, and it has a very certain kind of style to it, and this style actually matches exactly armor from the Tang Dynasty period, which I'm going to be flashing up on the screen for you right now as well. Everything is starting to point towards the Tang Dynasty. We were all thinking we were going to be getting a eastern kind of culture anyway, because the eastern regions have been locked off for so long, and there have been leaks to say that those regions are going to be opening, possibly with a new one as well, which I'm going to go into in just a second. But everything is really playing along into this Tang Dynasty kind of background. One last thing I want to kind of show you as well is the picture which was released today is of a cannonball which is split open with gunpowder kind of all over the place. Behind that is a kind of round shield kind of plate type thing, and the Tang Dynasty, this is one of the things they were renowned for, are these style of kind of plates and stuff. If you just type in Tang Dynasty you will find loads of these, honestly, and this is all really playing into it quite big. A few other images were actually data mined out of the JavaScript as well, which I'm just going to be flashing up on the screen for you right now. Nothing really pops up from any of these via nature, that kind of stuff. However, the one with the bamboo kind of plays into monks and stuff again, because obviously they are associated with kind of bamboo scrolls, that kind of stuff. Everything is pointing towards Tang Dynasty here, and I personally am very excited for this kind of thing to come into the game. Now, there was another picture released as well with a possible release date for the season, this being the 8th of July 2021. Now, this where this has come from I can't confirm, because it was one of those images posted on Reddit. However, this is quite a good sign, because this was actually data mined along with all of those other images as well, so that it has all come from the same pot. It does look like I was kind of expecting the first week or so in July as well. The 8th of July is also a Thursday, which is the common day that Conquerors Blade will receive its weekly patches and everything as well, and it has changed seasons on Thursdays before in the past. Again, if I have to bet money right now, I would actually put money on the fact it's either going to be the 8th of July or the 15th of July, or it will be a week later for us. I'm very intrigued to see actually if it is going to be the 8th. We had a worldwide release of Season 7 last season. It'll be very interesting to see if we get the same for Season 8. Talking about data mine stuff and everything, someone else, Icy Veins on Reddit. Sorry, I have not been able to actually get hold of you, bud, because I was going to ask if I could use this, but I was hoping you were going to say yes anyway, so I can't have, and I'm giving you a big shout out. But actually, he has data mined this from the JavaScript file. Now, Phase 1, 289 years. Phase 2, 5 phases. Phase 3, 4 garrisons. Phase 4, 13 monks. Phase 5, 12 weapons. 289 years is what we have already been told. The Tang Dynasty, from what I've read and seen and everything, was kind of split into 5 phases as well. 4 garrisons, that could possibly mean 4 new units. 13 monks is kind of where it gets a little bit weird, because there is a story during the Tang Dynasty of 13 monks rescuing, I think it was the prince or the king or something. 12 weapons. This is where it becomes very, very interesting. At the minute, we only have 11 weapons in game. However, there has been in the past year a couple of screenshots, very small video clips as well, of new weapons. One being kind of the pike slash dragon spear type weapon, which is like a real flexible kind of bendy spear. And I think those kinds of, like that pike dragon spear type weapon, will fit in very, very well with this season. Or they may throw us a total curveball and chuck in a different weapon. But it looks like we are going to be getting a new weapon class as well, which I think everybody is really chomping at the bit for. We all need a new weapon class in the game. Four new units as well, that's looking pretty likely as well, and all of these phases actually fall into something that I kind of mined out of the source code of the webpage. After a certain amount of time, there will be a unlock on that webpage, much like Season 7. And now when I was going through the source file earlier, I actually found there was a time frame of early days, then 7 days, 4 days, then 3 days, and then just before. Obviously, I think all of those are related to just before the season starts. So once that page changes, I personally think we then have a week until the new season because of the 7 days bit in the source code. But I'm very intrigued to see how that actually pans out and see if that is the case with it. The last picture I want to show you is of a new possible region as well. Again, this came out with all of the other images. This looks like a very deserty, mountainous kind of region, so possibly this is a redesigned Baoyang or something, or it could be a further region after that. We will have to wait and see. I'm going to leave this video there though, folks. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this has kind of really piqued your interest into Season 8. It's really piqued mine. I've been trying to keep up with this all day today as stuff has been coming out and posted literally everywhere. I think we have probably cracked it this season around though. I think all of us, between us, have worked actually really hard in trying to find all the different bits and things that have come out of this and trying to figure out and piece it all together. I think we're probably onto a winner with the Tang Dynasty. Or Boom Tech could literally have chucked us a massive bluff here and they'll go with something totally out there that none of us thought about. That won't be the first time that's happened either, but pretty 99% sure it's going to be Tang Dynasty kind of stuff, which I'm very, very looking forward to. Let me know down in the comments below though what your thoughts are. Let me know if you think we are going to be going into a Chinese season, or if you think actually we're going to be looking at something different. Let me know your reasons why down below though as well. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that sub button if you haven't already, and as always folks, I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.